Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and this is my review for The Bride.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy. Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy Reviews.
Don't make me destroy you.
So The Bride, directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal and starring Jessie, Buckley and Christian Bale, it follows, well, weirdly enough, Mary Shelley herself speaking from some otherworldly place at the start of the movie. Is it hell? Is it heaven? Who knows? I don't even think the film really knows. She appears and decides that she's going to influence and occasionally possess some woman called Ida in the Depression era of the 1930s. Ida, who is a sex worker, dies after throwing up all over the place in upsetting a mob boss and then accidentally being pushed or falling down a set of stairs in brutal fashion, admittedly, and from there she is buried in a pauper's grave where she is then resurrected and brought back to life by a depressed and lonely Frankenstein's monster who is called Frank, who is played by Christian Bale. Yes, you heard that right. So Christian Bale convinces this doctor, played by Annette Bening, to create him the bride. After a violent encounter after that, the bride and Frank go on this Bonnie and Clyde sort of style adventure, and it chronicles what I'm going to be brutally honest and say is the most unconvincing love story I think I've ever seen in a movie. And with that, I think this film is an absolute fucking mess.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
It starts off with this weird sort of supernatural sort of element to it, and there's bits and pieces of that riddled throughout the movie, but it never commits to any one thing. Like I said, it posits this romantic sort of movie. It posits this Bonnie and Clyde adventure. There's a detective story here. There's horror elements there, but it doesn't commit to anything in of itself at any one point. There's also this underlying feminist story arc here as well. We have one particular scene after the bride has caused chaos at this party where she riles up all the other women in the room, and we see one singular sequence where the women are rioting in the streets and nothing comes of it. And this film has so many moments like that throughout it where we're shown something, we're told something, and nothing further comes of it. It's all singular moments thrust together that don't quite cohesively gel enough to make anything else work, make it make sense, or even have any resounding, result to it. What's the deeper meaning? Well, I don't know, because the film doesn't know. Is there any lessons to be learned? I don't know, because nobody learns anything in the fucking movie either. It's baffling.
Why?
Like I said, there are so many choices thrown at the movie. Is it a love letter to cinema? Is it a road movie? Is it a female detective story? Is it a revenge thriller? It doesn't know, and because it doesn't know, we don't know what we're supposed to be latching onto here. Are we supposed to feel sympathetic towards the character when she's accidentally shooting people and killing people? Are we supposed to feel sympathy for Frank, who's created this monster in of himself? Well, no, because we don't really get anything of the sense of that either. It's all cobbled together. It's all one hell of a messy mishmash of multiple different ideas that don't fucking work, and it's a frustrating watch because of that. It's a near 2-hour movie, and we were pulled from pillar to post without anything really to make anything feel earned or worthwhile. I was absolutely bored stiff at certain points in this movie. And reading up on it after, there's apparently people walking out en masse, and I've got to be honest with you, I am not fucking surprised at all. I think what's baffling and what really sort of goes against it even more is these weird musical numbers that come in and out throughout the movie. It's like somebody watched Joker Folie à Deux and went, hey, that's a good idea.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
When in actual fact we all know it was a fucking terrible idea and did nothing for the movie except disassociate the audience from what they were hoping and willing to see. And the thing is here, if you've come to see this movie on the back of, say, having watched Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein and thinking, oh wow, we're going back into the golden age of monster movies, if you come in here with any preconceived notions about the Bride of Frankenstein, maybe you're a fan, maybe you're well versed in the stories and the classic movie literature of the character, well, I'm going to tell you right now, there is fucking none of that here. It's got nothing to do with anything you may have seen, heard, or read before. This is somebody else's ideas placed upon and within that character identity to thrush a narrative out there that quite simply it overpowers itself with its own meaninglessness. And it's a shame because I think Jessie Buckley in this movie is actually pretty good for the most part when she's not shouting and screaming unnecessarily. And I think that's a problem with the script. I think the script is absolutely abhorrent. She plays Mary Shelley, she plays Ida, she plays them both at the same time, she plays something else. There's tonal shifts all over the place. So what are you left with? Well, you're left with a pretty damn good performance by Jessie Buckley, like I said, for the most part. But there are so many things here within the movie for her to do that, we're thrown all over the place. What are we looking at? What are we expecting to hear and see and touch? I don't know. And I'm not even sure, realistically, that any of the actors knew what the hell they were looking and going for either. Christian Bale, I love him, but I think he's just coasting here. It's an empty performance, and I think, unfortunately, it's a bit of an unforgivable performance, in terms of, how people would view it. They're not here to see him really at all. I think the only positive you can really pull from the movie, I think, is the makeup and the costume work. I think that's the only thing you could say is any good in this movie. The editing is all over the place. It's chaotic. We're shown, classic sort of 1930s noir aesthetic, but at the same time we're given unnecessary modern, dance halls, like in 2026, raves and things like that don't make any fucking sense. It all feels abstract and false, when at the same time we're getting, these noir detectives just littering about. There are so many different conflicting ideas in this movie. Like I said, does it want to be a detective noir? Does it want to be a revenge thriller? Does it want to be a supernatural musical?
This doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't know. And because of all these different themes, I don't fucking know, and I don't care.
No shit.
It's quite clear this is a passion project, and for that, I think, there's got to be a lot of blame probably thrown towards the director of how much money has been spent on this and how inconsistent it all is. That's not for me to fucking judge. That's for the bookies and the bookmakers to judge it, or whichever studio thrashed this out. So I think realistically, if you're a fan of any of these people, any of these performers, Maggie Gyllenhaal's work, you've got to be absolutely disappointed. I think if you're a fan of Mary Shelley's work, you're going to be disappointed. If you're a fan of Frankenstein in general, you're going to be disappointed. If you're looking for something that signifies this golden age return for the universal monsters, you're going to be disappointed. And even if you're a fan of crazy cinema, abstract cinema, you're going to be disappointed because it doesn't commit enough to anything. This film is a mess. It's an absolute mess, and disastrously so. I can't recommend any portion of the movie apart from the little bits and pieces that I said, and that's not enough to sit through 2 hours of someone's passion project that ultimately is vapid and empty. It really is. It's vapid, it's empty, and if it's trying to push a message, it completely fails in of itself as well and falls apart because of it. But there you go. That is my review for The Bride. Is it the worst film of 2026? No, I don't think it is, but it's not far off. It's not far off because it's unforgivable in what it wastes and what it fucking doesn't do enough of. God damn it. I was actually pretty looking forward to this movie as well. You can see the talents of everybody involved, and it's just a fucking mess. This is smell the fart filmmaking and believing that it smells great because you're hoping it smells great, but everybody else is around you going, oh no, what have you done? That's what this film is. I'm going to leave this review there before I trundle off into the next one. But thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this review, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more reviews like this one. Oh, God. I can't even think what's next. What's next? Project Hail Mary. Let's... Fingers crossed, I guess. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Like I said, if you enjoyed the video, please do give a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.